So welcome everyone. My name is Raquel, Chairman 10 in this space. Been around for 3 years and I have learned so much within my past 3 years that I wish someone would have taught me while I was, on my come up. So all I can do is be a servant leader and pass down this information to you guys because that's the formula to this business. The formula is taking information, applying the information, and passing the information down. So if after this call tonight, you are going to pass down the information that you learned, can I get some sevens in the chat? If you already know you're going to get some sauce on this call today, and as soon as this call ends, you're always going to pass down this sauce. Let me get some sevens in the chat. Okay, let's go. I love the interactions. Okay, so I'm sure a lot of you guys have probably already heard this information, but if you haven't, if it's your first day, first week, or first month, let me know in the chat, right? Type a 1 in the chat if it's your first week, your first month, your first year. See, a lot of us, we get on these calls and we say, I already heard all that. Well, you must have heard it, but are you applying it? Because if you're not applying it, that's why you're not getting results, right? So that's all this business is. It's just taking information and getting your reps in, okay? So as I mentioned, I actually made a little PowerPoint for you guys. Today we're going to talk about prospecting 101. And basically, just to keep it real with you guys, this past week, I was able to get 4 enrollments into my business, all through in-person prospecting. Or in-person inviting, actually, right? So I'll be honest with you guys. I try to make everything as simple as possible and very beginner friendly. So I'm not going to talk about how to pitch to someone in person. Have I done it before? Yes, but I understand that not everybody has the level of awareness, the level of comfortability, and the level of confidence to do that. Therefore, I'm still going to give you a simple way to get a prospect in person still. Okay, so if you guys are ready, I've already started doing enough emojis, so I'm just gonna assume y'all are ready. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so prospecting 101. All right, so I want everyone to understand that in order to prospect, you want to possess some characteristics. Okay, so first, if you guys know me, if you guys have ever met me in person, can I get a 1 in the chat, right? And if you haven't, no worries, we're going to meet in person one day. But if you know me outside of behind a Zoom link, you know that I'm a very personable person, okay? I'm the type to break the ice. I do not like awkwardness. I'm not about to stand in the elevator with you and just like stare at each other. I'm about to say, hey, I'm going to compliment you or something or crack a joke because that's how I am. And I'll be honest with you, that personality has allowed me to thrive in this space. Okay, so you got to get uncomfortable. You got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Okay, so you got to develop that personable personality where you are adaptable to all different personality types. Okay, the goal is to make people comfortable with you. Okay, so if you're taking notes, hopefully you guys are taking notes. The goal is for you to make people comfortable with you. Okay, next, you want to be confident. People are not attracted to people who lack confidence. People are very attracted to people who are confident, right? When you standing in the elevator, you know you look good and there's a mirror and you just standing there confidently, people are attracted to that, okay? When you walk the talk and your strut is confident, boom, people are gonna like that, okay? And then comfortability, I kind of already touched on that. You want to be comfortable with what you're doing so that others can be comfortable and understand that you attract the energy that you give out, right? So if you give out anxious and uncertain energy, well, that's what you're going to get in return from people, right? So your goal is to make people as comfortable as possible with you. And also you want to be able to have a level of emotional intelligence. Okay. What is emotional intelligence, guys? Let me give you a breakdown of what emotional intelligence is. Okay. Being able to recognize and adapt to people's emotions, right? So you don't want to come off as a robot who isn't aware of what people are going through. You want to be able to kind of like identify like, oh, is this person going through something? Is this person good? Are they not, right? You want people to feel like they don't have to do something, but They should do it because you've literally tapped into their emotional intelligence. You've inspired them and you have influenced them, okay? So you're taking notes. Understand that growth is on the other side of your comfort zone. So if any of these characteristics make you uncomfortable, that's good. That's why you should do them even more, because understand that that's where the growth is. Success is everywhere outside of your comfort zone. Okay, no one grew, no one got success in their comfort zone. All right, now let's all understand. Would you guys agree that everybody needs money? Everybody needs money. I don't care what anyone has to say. Oh, I don't want to do this. They need money at the end of the day, right? It was funny because this guy messaged me the other day on Facebook and he's like, hey, Rack, you know, I think we went to middle school together. Hey, Rack, long time no talk. And I was like, hey, bro, what's going on? You know, I'm assuming at this point that anyone that hits me up, they are interested in this because I eat, breathe, and sleep this, right? So I'm assuming that, you know, you're approaching me because you want to join my business. So I was like, yo, bro, I've been trying to show you what it is that I've been, you know, doing. Do you have 10 minutes? He said, no, I see what you're doing, but I'm not really interested. I said, dang, I really thought everybody wanted to make money. I thought everyone was interested in making money. And he was so shook that I responded that because he felt dumb. You know what I'm saying? I'm very confident. So everybody needs money. So you cannot prejudge on who's going to want to take the opportunity or not, because at the end of the day, everybody wants money, okay? So you want to always prospect with an open mind and understand that our product is money, okay? Our product is money. Everybody needs money, and it is a tool that can solve most problems that people have. Everybody needs money. Everybody wants money. It's just that people don't necessarily know how to possess money. The only way they know how to make money is by trading their time for money, right? So I want everybody to make a list, okay? You got to make a list, and you cannot prejudge. You cannot prejudge, whether it's your rich aunt who already makes 6 figures, whether it's Jeff Bezos, Barack Obama, Grant Cardone. Guys, I'm gonna tell you a funny story, and I'm sorry, I love telling stories. I booked tickets for Grant Cardone's real estate summit. I didn't end up going because I had to do something else. But anyways, his real estate summit that was supposed to be in Miami last week, I paid, you know, $1,000. And I got a phone call from one of the people in his office, and they were like, hey, you know, da-da-da-da-da. They were trying to offer me another ticket for cheaper if I brought someone. And I was like, yeah, I'll quit. And I was talking with so much confidence that the guy said, what do you do for a living? Or maybe he asked everybody, but he asked, what do you do for a living? And I told him, I was like, oh, I'm actually in network marketing. I teach people how to trade and invest in the world's largest market. He said, wow, when you come down here next week, I need to take you to lunch, and I need you to tell me a little bit more about what it is that you do, because I run into people who do this Forex thing all the time, but none of them have ever spoke with confidence like you have. Therefore, I would like to hear it from you. Guys, I was shook. I was like, this is someone from Grant Cardone's office. I'm telling you, you cannot prejudge on who needs to know about this. Buddy that works at Grant Cardone's office, he wanted to know about this. Okay, so it doesn't matter who it is. Okay, so make a list and don't prejudge. Now, everybody needs to have a note on their phone where you basically keep up and you follow up, you keep up with follow-up dates for your prospects. Okay, and I'm gonna practice what I preach. So you guys know when you make a list, right? You can do like the little lists, and you can like write people's names, right? You write people's names or a spreadsheet, whatever it is. For me, I'm always on the go. So I'm going to write people's Instagram name ads. Usually my prospects are from Instagram, and I'm going to write down after I follow up with them. I'm going to write down, oh, I need to follow up with them on this date. Guys, the worst thing I've done, or the biggest lesson I've learned in this business from building this business is you need to make sure you're following up and keeping up with your prospects. If not, you're just wasting them, right? You're planting seeds, but you're not watering them. You have to follow up with your prospects. It's very, very important, okay? You're always giving them a little nudge like, hey, right? Okay, so hopefully everyone understands this. All right, who are the easiest prospects? I want you guys to understand that every no is a person closer to a yes. Okay. So are you going to get no's? Absolutely, guys. Absolutely. I think I've gotten over 10,000 no's in the past 3 years. It's okay. But we're not targeting those people. We're targeting the people that are open-minded enough to understand, oh, wow, okay, this person's generous enough to put this opportunity in front of me. Yes, I'm open-minded. I'm going to give it a shot. Okay. So easiest prospects, who has money, guys? If you know someone who has money, why? 9 times out of 10, the reason why people don't enroll is because why? They don't have the money. They got to wait till they get paid next Friday. So why not target people who already have money, right? So think about people on your contact list who has money. It's not going to pain them to put $200, to put down a $200 investment because they already probably spend $200 on stupid stuff all the time, right? It's not going to pain them. Next, who are the people that you've supported in the past? I really like this one because if you've supported your friends' clothing line, candle line, food business, whatever it is in the past, then they should be more inclined to support you in return, right? And you can kind of use that against them, honestly. Next, who is open-minded? We love open-minded people in this space, right? People that are willing to take on something without knowing the outcome because they see that it works for others and they understand the opportunity. They see the vision, right? Vision oversight, and they see the end goal, right? They move with the end goal in mind. And then who is already a business owner? Believe it or not, a lot of us don't like to tell people who have businesses because we think because they have businesses, they don't want to do this. Understand that most business owners do not make a lot of money and they need and want more capital. They need and want more money to make their business better. So you're giving them a way to make more money so they can help their business. All right. So how I was able to get 4 enrollments this week, I already told you guys, it was all in person. This is going to be a very beginner friendly approach. Okay. Now, your goal when you're outside in person is to make people comfortable and open to you. And the end goal is to exchange contact info with them. Okay. The goal is not to come off as a salesman. You never want to walk up to someone. I see this far too many times. Hey, how are you? Do you know what the foreign exchange market is? Do you want to know how to make money from your phone? Guys, that's off. No, don't do that, right? No. I'd rather you exchange contact information with someone and then actually hit them up later. Okay? Now, I actually hosted the marketing and branding training the other day. I got to upload it on YouTube. Remember what I said, your Instagram is your digital business card. So if you're outside and you're trying to exchange contact info with someone, especially Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, whatever it is, make sure that your page screams what you do, okay? Because they're going to follow you and they're going to see what it is that you're doing. And if you have a level of influence on your social media, they're going to be like, whoa, that happens to me all the time. And I'm not saying this to, brag about myself, but people be like, whoa, that's you? From Instagram? Oh, wow. I didn't know. Yeah. Yes, that's me, right? Because if you go on my Instagram, right, you see, oh, wow, this girl travels a lot. Oh, wow, she has nice pictures. Okay. People are attracted to that. All right. So when you're in person and you're trying to get someone, right, to be open to you and comfortable, there's 2 methods that usually work for me. 9 times out of 10, they work for me. You want to either compliment them or you want to crack a joke to them. Okay? This is how you're going to make them comfortable. So if you have a server at a restaurant, she's serving you or whatever, man, you have such a lovely smile. These chicken tenders were really good. And I just want to say your smile is good. Now, fellas, I can't even speak for y'all because I don't know how that's going to come off. However, you guys have to compliment people. That's another class for another day. But I know as a female, you give someone a compliment. I really like your hair. I really like that bow that you got on. I mean, be genuine with the compliment. I kind of suck right now trying to make this up. But try to compliment someone, right? Your service is amazing. Make people feel good about themselves. And then somehow crack a joke. For me, naturally, like I said, if you met me in person, you know that I love cracking jokes. I love playing around. it's not anything I can necessarily teach. It's just my personality. I love making jokes. Okay. So I want to tell you guys a story about this enrollment I got last week at Topgolf, because it's actually really crazy. Are you on here, Tyrell? He is on here. I knew he was gonna be on here. Okay, I'm not gonna make him come off mute or talk unless he wants to. But guys, let me tell you guys, right? So the other day we're at Topgolf after David's Believe Nation event. You know, a bunch of us from we go to Topgolf. And I'm gonna explain to you guys how this worked. Okay. We're at our bays, you know, swinging the golf clubs. Now this man, his particular golf club, he swings it and it like falls and it almost hits Alicia, right? So we're already like, well, who is that? I honestly didn't notice him. Okay, I didn't notice it was him. And whatever, it was cool. We stayed till the end. So we literally stayed till the last minute when they were about to close. So we all start walking out, right? And I'm trying to tell, you know, the girls, you need to get some content, right? Anytime that you're out, I'm be honest with you guys. Yeah, the one from outside. We need to get content when we're out. Okay. So I'm taking a picture of one of my mentees, and this young man, he comes up to her and he sits right next to her, and she's like, what the heck, we don't even know him like that, right? We don't know him at all. So she's like, excuse me. And me, I'm overprotective, you know, mama rack. I'm like, excuse me, sir, I'm taking a picture of her, what are you doing? And so he's like, oh, I'm so sorry. And he stands up, and you could tell we kind of startled him, right? So naturally, I don't know, it was just my instinct. I kind of felt bad. I was like, yeah, you know what? I kind of came off a little bit aggressive. You know, let me apologize to him. And I don't have a problem apologizing. So I walk up to him and I'm like, hey, you know, I'm so sorry. I came off kind of aggressive at you. It really looks like you like to have fun. And I'm really sorry. I know you were just trying to have fun with us. So, actually, we're all a part of a fun winning culture. We're all a team, and all we do is travel and have fun. And I really think you could fit in with us. That's literally what I told him. And I said, do you have Instagram? He said, oh, really? He said, yeah, I do have Instagram. We exchanged Instagrams. As soon as we exchanged Instagrams, I sent him a message because I didn't want him to forget who I was. And I said, hey. Then later, the next day or that night, he messaged me back and he said, hey. Now I don't know if this is true, Tyrell. It could have been or it could have not been. But since we had already exchanged Instagram and I had already sent him a hey, I'm sure he took the time to go on my profile and look at it. Tyrell, tell me, did you do that? Yes or no? You can type in the chat if you want. But he probably did, right? He was probably like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, this girl said she liked to have fun, and I can tell from her page that she does. Then he said, yeah, okay, cool. So then I sent him a voice memo, okay? So I actually want to, you guys want me to play it out loud for you guys? I don't even know. What is your Instagram? Well, it basically went a little bit like this. Hey, what's going on? Okay, you guys want me to play it out loud? Okay. What's your Instagram, bro? I don't know what his Instagram is. Type it in the, oh, take off. Okay. Okay. And I just want you guys to listen to how natural my voice memos are, right? You want to avoid sounding like a robot. You want it to be as natural as possible, okay? So, I said, hey, what are you doing today? I really want to show you something. He said, I don't know yet. What is it? I said, so I wanted to show you what it is that we do. I know that you saw us the other night at Topgolf, and it was just a bunch of us. And basically, I'm 25 years old and I retired at the age of 23. And I just know like how much this has been able to help me and how much it can help a lot of people, you know, in a space where a lot of people who aren't supposed to be winning are actually winning. So I know you're young and you like to have fun, all that good stuff. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna put him on, I'm gonna show him what it is that we do. And of course, you can be part of our family. So if you have a moment, I'd love to just, if you have like 10 minutes, I'd love to show you something on my phone. Okay, boom. That was a lot of ums, but guys, it was so casual and natural, right? And I leveraged the fact that I had already told him, wow, it looks like you like to have fun. So then he said, oh, okay, yeah, show me, I'm down. I got on a quick call with him, 10, 15 minutes, closed him out. He came in, we onboarded him correctly. This man about to be P150 this week, guys. He has been on every single call. He's only been in for like 2 to 3 days, guys. He's been on every single call because he got onboarded correctly, instilled vision correctly. He understands the vision. He sees it, the end goal in mind. And shout out to you, Tyrell. Can we get some P150s in the chat? Because I know he's about to smack that this week. Man, I apologize for being aggressive at you in Topgolf, but understand that we're family now. Let's go, right? Okay, so that is an example of how this works. Okay, another way, crack jokes. Like I said, crack jokes. One time I was at Cadova. This guy, he was like, "Oh, are you a student?" And I was like, "I mean, I could be a student if you want me to be." And that made him chuckle. You know, it's just having that personable personality. Okay. All right. So how do you follow up with people? So you want to send a voice memo or call them if you have their number and remind the prospect where you met them and what you liked about them, right? So if it was that you cracked a joke with them, you know, remind them like, remember we talked about, or remember I really liked your green shirt, whatever it was, right? Say something relatable. So like, man, I saw that you like to have fun. We love having fun here too. I saw that you work so hard, man. I used to work so hard in the past. I hated it. I know you probably do too, right? Something like that. And then you want to make this sound like a big deal. You have to show people what you've been able to accomplish from doing this. Even if what you've been able to accomplish hasn't been that much in your eyes, guys, any accomplishment is an accomplishment. You just got to make it sound like a big deal, right? Man, I've been in this space and I've made $100 in one day from sitting in bed sick, right? The thing is, you have to go into depth sometimes. When your results, you feel like they're not big enough, you have to go into detail. If you're trying to tell someone you made $50, you can't say, yeah, I've only made $50. And you have to say, bro, I made $50. I was in bed and I was sick. I know I just said that. I really suck at thinking on my toes sometimes, right? So you got to make it sound like a big deal. And then you want to give them the choice to listen. If not, there's no harm. So I always say something along the lines of like, man, I know how much this has been able to help me. And I just know how much it can help you. And if you have a minute, I would love for you just to check it out. You know, what's the worst that can happen? You just go right back to where you are. That's totally fine. But I wouldn't want to do you a disservice to not show you. So you got a moment, right? And understand that the interaction in person is half the battle. So if your interaction with them in person when you first met them was good, you're going to be memorable to them. Okay. But if your interaction with them in person was very brief, short, and robotic and salesy, they're not going to respond to you. Okay. They're not. So an example. Okay. So I'll do that after. So that's how to follow up. So boom, I already gave you guys the scenario. Now, prospecting followers who are watching you. This is extremely important, guys, right? Understand that the people who are viewing your stories are window shopping. They are keeping up with you, like keeping up with the Kardashians, but keeping up with Tiante, keeping up with Tyrell, keeping up with V, keeping up with KJ, Gabby, right? They're keeping up with you. People who are constantly watching your stories, it's like you're their celebrity TV show and they keep coming back for more, right? Ooh, right? So you got to give them something to keep up with. That's why consistently posting is extremely important. Why I always say don't just slap profit screens on your story and call it a day, guys. That's boring. You're going to lose viewers doing that. I promise you. Okay? Put your face in the camera. Show people what you're doing. Are you at brunch on a Monday? Are you at Topgolf? Are you bowling? Are you having fun? Show people what it is that you're doing. They're watching. If you're on a vacation, people are watching that stuff, right? Okay, so this is actually one of my favorites after the in-person. So it's going to go a little bit like this. Hey Andrea, what's going on? I know we don't know each other, but I see that you've been watching my stories. And honestly, I'm trying to put my friends onto what it is that I've been doing for the past 3 years. Man, it's been able to change my life upside down. I retired at the age of 25, and I just know how much, okay, maybe I wouldn't add all that. I just know how much it's been able to help me and transform my life. And I know what it can do for people just like you and I. I just wouldn't want you to keep watching my stories and one day say that I didn't try to put you on, right? So when you have 10 minutes to check something out real quick, if you don't like it, that's fine. But, if you do, you never know what it could do for you. So you got some time. And why it's easy is because they've been watching your story, guys. They're interested. So you don't have to be that uncomfortable. You don't have to be scared because they're watching your story. They're watching your story. I promise you. Okay. So with this, I actually did this with someone that's been watching my stories, and I got him to come to our event the other day, and he signed up at the event. So I saw he was watching my stories. I did my 10 a day. I messaged him. I said, "Hey, what's going on, bro? I know you've been watching my stories. I actually have an event going on today. I'm having free food, and I'd love for you to come out." He came out and signed up. I'm telling you guys, your results are right outside of your comfort zone. How to prospect your close friends and family. Be real with them. They can read through the cap. They know who you are. So just keep it real with them, but be passionate. Okay. What I mean by when I say be real with them, don't try to change your personality, right? Don't try to be rack or spiz if you're not rack or spiz. Be yourself, right? Be passionate. And the key thing is to make them feel like they're important in your decision making. That's why one of the scripts is like, hey, cousin AJ, what's going on? I don't know if you talk to your cousin like this, but yo, cuz, what's going on? Look, I actually just started a business and I'm not really sure if I'm making the right decision. So I know that, you own a business and I just want to know your opinion on it when you have some time to check it out. Sweet, straight to the point. That's your cousin. You talk to your cousin on a daily basis. So cousin's gonna be like, all right, cool. Like, that's valid. Yeah, what is it? Cousin's not gonna say, nah, bro, I'm good. I'm not trying to check it out. No, cousin's gonna be like, yeah, because you asked him for your opinion and you literally told him, I'm not really even sure if this was the right decision. People are always willing to give their opinions. Okay. So then you're gonna have to put cousin in front of the information. And cousin's gonna be like, yeah, bro, that's lit. Like, I'm trying to do it too. Boom. Now you got your first sign up. Okay. If he tells you no, cuz I don't think you should do it. I mean, I'll just be like, all right, bet. I just wanted your opinion, but I'm gonna keep going. I mean, I don't know. Okay. So, like I said, I didn't finish my PowerPoint. So if you guys didn't know, I have this invite approaches with scripts, right? Once you make your list and your list is made and you're prospecting people, I identify which category they're in, right? So identify, are there someone that's close to you? Are you just asking for their support? Are they someone who's viewed your stories? This is a really good one. Once you begin to practice your pitch, right? As in your prospecting, right? Guys, there's no right time to try to start practicing your pitch. What I mean is like the informational webinar. Understand that Alicia and I, we started doing the info calls like at P150. The person with the clicker gets paid quicker. Okay, this is in the blueprint to chairman. I'll drop the blueprint to chairman in the chat, but it's literally there. I'll drop it in the chat, but this is in the unranked 2 and free section. Make sure you guys are leveraging that blueprint to chairman, guys. I took my time to do it and it's very helpful. So this would be, I actually used to do this all the time. As you guys know, I was in a travel company before this for a few months. I used to do this with my friends in my college all the time. I would be like, yo, what's good, Janelle? I actually need to do this presentation, but can I practice on you? And then they would always be like, yeah, sure. And then I would literally present it to them. And then, yeah, now they got exposed. So, hey, listen, I just got involved with this opportunity. Oh, okay. And don't worry, you're not a prospect. I don't necessarily want you to join my business, but I need someone I can practice on. Can I practice with you? Can I just show you my pitch and you give me some feedback? So I actually got this from Eric Worre. This whole thing is basically from Eric Worre. As you guys know, he's like the most successful network marketer, network marketing coach. Okay. And there's just different approaches, but guys, like I said, it's just a matter of you really getting uncomfortable and making sure you possess these characteristics. If you don't possess these characteristics, it might not work for you. So you definitely want to work on being a personable person, having a lot of confidence, making people comfortable, and having that emotional intelligence. So if you're ready to apply this information, I'm going to stop recording now.